What's going on, guys? So on this Shoky Quickie, we're taking a look at something new from the Power Rangers Lightning Collection line, and it is the Power Rangers In Space Silver Ranger, the Walgreens exclusive, huge pain in the ass to manage to get Silver Ranger. Now, just going over it right quick, the main issue there was with this is that the pre-order on Hasbro sold out insanely fast, and then it also dropped in another country first, which happens sometimes, but a lot of people lost their minds and started buying them at an insanely high cost just in time for the actual sale to go up on Walgreens.com, which is where I picked it up. Now, eventually, it may actually make its way to a real Walgreens store, but God knows when that'll happen. And probably sooner than later, it'll end up back on Hasbro Pulse, and possibly even at other stores like BBTS and things like that. But we'll see in the future. Much like the other kind of Silver Ranger we've had lately, I gotta wonder if he has any issues. Because what's funny is, like, his hands are extremely white compared to the rest of his thing. So, with that done, there's also one other thing I'm going to point out. I have opened this already, but I'm doing just the thing I normally do because I had to fix a flaw with mine. And I'll show that off after we go through the box art here. So, of course, you know, he's got the nice wraparound image of himself there, green squares and stuff like that. And there he is, of course, in the box, good old Zane boy, with I think a new head sculpt compared to the Psycho Silver. Come around here, very nice. Actually, kind of looks like a VR Trooper, if I'm honest. And then come to the back, and he's in a really cool pose. That's actually a really cool pose. Either way, let's go ahead and get him open. Again, technically speaking, because once again, I already said I opened him. And slide it open, and you got nice white, gray, darker gray. And I know all the extreme collectors hate when I throw away the box. I don't care. It's my box. I don't use it. Okay. And you get a jelly corkscrew. Looks a lot like a certain appendage of certain animals. I don't know, might keep that. It just depends on what I do with his weapons. And you get the obligatory fist. I might have to actually lower the brightness here just a tad because of white things / silver things can wash out very easily on the screen otherwise. Karate chopping hand, kind of as usual. Set these things out to the side. Yeah, come on. Super bleachy haired Zane head. I'll have to dig out the other Zane head just to see if it's different or not. And I'm going to very carefully get his weapon out here because it doesn't look kind of viable. There's the normal sort of version. And he does actually have a hole there for a blast effect, but he does not come with one. So, interesting. And then the sword version of his weapon, which is pretty cool. Look at it up close. Looks like it's missing a lot of detail, if I'm honest. And we will pull out the Zany boy here for his technical second plastic birthday. I'll just go ahead and knock that light. If you don't knock the light, it doesn't count. Alright, and here we go. Here we have Zano Boyo, the Silver Ranger. I think he's technically our first Silver Ranger, and yeah, we added more silver colored Rangers later on. It is what it is. But he was the 6th Ranger from Power Rangers in Space. And not gonna lie, the foot is really loose in comparison. Look at that. Once again, still kind of washed out. I did say I did have to do something on mine to fix it, and it was this right across here. The kind of bit right there, you can see how it's just sort of painted in roughly, and you can actually see the difference in the gold paint on camera, but in hand it doesn't look that much different. But the person who put it on here put the black visor much higher. It was actually covering that little bump out there that's supposed to be the little Mega Ranger emblem, and then it was extended too far hot or too far up in one corner. So basically I just added just a little bit of gold paint. It's not a perfect match, but at a distance you're not going to know the difference. Because, of course, Hasbro keeps their gold a secret. Not to mention it's gold paint over silver plastic, which, of course, being metallic plastic will give most collectors a little bit of a fright, if we're honest here. But either way, he does look good otherwise. You know, he does have, I think they all have a very specific shape to the side of their helmet, but of course everybody has the same helmet, everybody has the same body buck, nothing changes. The only thing different about him is he's got the gold stripe across here, gold stripe across here, and he has green squares. Because I guess I couldn't figure out what other color to give him. And he does have the same Mega Ranger kind of belt going on there. Everything else looks good. Ball joints in the head with the neck hinge. It goes up and down. That's good. A butterfly joint that actually works on this one, which is good. Shoulder joint that can go up. Can go around. Bicep swivels nicely. Double jointed elbow that doesn't technically double joint until you really push it. Let's see, does he have the bicep rotation? Nope, no bicep rotation, so that sucks. Hand rotation is fine, though they're bare plastic hands with white painted gloves. It's going to be harder to see on camera. Once again, got to darken it up just a hair. So you can see the difference there. Actually, that's much better. I'll leave it at that level. Ball joint for the upper torso, so you can get rotation in it. And then you get the extreme ab crunch. Whoop-de-doo. Actually, it kind of looks good at that level, not gonna lie. All right, and then down to the hips where he's got the very low center of gravity hips here. I feel like Hasbro needs to shrink this section by like a millimeter or so. Like just a little bit. It's very strange. Either going to need to shrink the torso to the abs or shrink the hips to the belt. It's really strange, and they're doing it on a lot of figures. They just showed off their Sergeant Slaughter for the G.I. Joe Classified line, and his pants are too short compared to his massive upper torso. Alright, so he can't do a perfect Jean-Claude. It's actually kind of limited. A little weird for a Power Rangers figure to not actually be able to do the splits, but it is what it is. Can kick forward that far. Can't really kick back because he's got a booty. Look at a silver can. Alright, and then thigh rotation. Almost called it a bicep. Oh my god. That is a stiff knee joint. Hey, I'll take a stiff knee joint, not gonna lie. And then you got boot rotation while you're at it. And then I already discussed this foot is kind of loosey-goosey. And then, of course, that knee is significantly looser. Like, no ratchet to that knee whatsoever. And then the bottom knee is, oof, tough. All right. So, from there, come down a little bit. Let's look at his weapon. Let's look at the Shoky version first. So, not bad. It's got a lot of details that just completely disappear in that black paint. Like, I think this is meant to be... They're meant to have some gold on it somewhere, if I had to guess. I'll bring up an actual image of the one from the show here. I can't see it right now because I'm clearly doing this. But I have a feeling it's missing some color. I mean, that's not abnormal for any figure, realistically, in a Power Rangers line. So, let's see. He does have two holding hands, so let's put it in his forearm. And try to get his hand to grip it. And not easy. Actually, might be easier to do. Pull the hand off. Okay. And then throw it at the ground. Because if you throw it at the ground, that's the only way to do a review proper. I feel like I need a net. Like, if you're also a reviewer out there and you do it very similar to me, do you feel like sometimes you might need a net or like a little catch-all shelf arm here or something? Like, I say arm, shelf wall. Like, just to kind of catch stuff as it goes flying, because I've had it happen far too often lately. Especially with NECA figures and their small accessories. Not gonna lie, this does not feel good attempting to get this hand on here. Okay, get the fingers up and over. Come on, get on there. Because I'm bending the crap out of this. This is going to be a case of, like, get it in the hand and leave it there forever. Okay. Dang it, I popped it off. There we go, finally. And he holds it crooked. Good. Because I wouldn't want my Ranger to be able to hold his weapon straight. So the biggest problem is the fact that the trigger completely makes it awkward. And let's throw this in here on his forearm and see how well that works out. And of course it's tweaking it, but because he's got that forearm grip going on, it's actually not too terrible. So there he is with the Shoky version, which is kind of boring if I'm honest. Now I'm going to pause and come back with the sword version. Okay, so just for demonstration's sake, if you keep his finger off the trigger, it stays pretty well straight, and then you can insert, and it seems to work. It would be nice if it went further up his forearm and actually felt like it was a secure thing, like actually a part, touching his arm. But in this case, it doesn't. So he's got a forearm brace that he can't really utilize. So let's see here. Let's get the chopping hand on here. Actually, get it all the way in. And I wonder if I can recreate that pose on the box. So it's a new thing I'm trying out. Started with the Ronin Warriors over on the main channel. Sorry they didn't end up on this channel. It is what it is. Okay, so we want to recreate that pose. So this arm straight out like so. Let's keep the shoulder up like that. Hand out about as straight as you can go. And then slight bend to the elbow here. Slight bend to the wrist. Head turned this way. Straighten out the leg. Bend accordingly. Of course, it doesn't bend accordingly. It just goes. Yeah, with no tension in that knee, I don't know if I'm going to be able to manage this. And I get a slight bend in the lower knee. Foot straight out there. That is not, there we go. I have a feeling I need to raise that. So like he's pointing down. So the only way you can do that is to put the shoulder facing up like so. And give it that kind of angle. So if you just pretend that you're not sticking his shoulder at a really crazy angle, you'll be okay. Okay, let's get the foot there. Turn that thigh just a little. All right, I think that's it. I think we have recreated it almost spectacularly. There we go, down face like that. That was a good pose. Pretty much just covers that exactly. Actually, I kind of want that up a little. There we go. So just kind of. Actually, he's turned. Oh, turn the wrist. Don't turn the entire arm. There we go. So you can see that. Yeah, the shoulder gets wonky to get that pose, but it is what it is. It gives you that upward swept angle out of it, though. In a way that the arm technically isn't meant to do, but it's all good. Okay, so I'll go ahead and cut in his Silver Ranger form here. And I had issues with this guy. He's fallen over a few times. And I think it's the weird balance between the knees and the feet. But it is cool how he made an imitation weapon. I mean, they replicated the armor of the Silver, or of the Psycho Ranger, so Psycho Silver there. Yeah, let's just get him like that. That's good set right there. Like it doesn't know where to look. It's like, what? Yeah, it's something about the feet in there. And then also, real quick, we'll look at the two different Zane sculpts here. And yeah, not even the same sculpt, so I was wrong. Like, very different hairstyle, different skin tone, different face molding, all this kind of stuff. Very interesting how they get two very, very different versions. Also, Silver Ranger was just resurrected in the comics in a way. That should lead to some interesting stuff happening. Huh. That's pretty cool. I like how this one's a very clean butt chin mold. This one has a nub mark, but yeah, interesting. They didn't even mold the hair the same. This one actually looks kind of realistic, though. Could probably use something of a very light wash, like a yellow wash. And then this one's straight up painted. That's straight up molded. Similar face, but definitely different. Pointier nose. Huh. Very interesting. See something so different from the same character. Cool. Okay, so there's everybody. And I just realized, so he's got this effect. I don't know, because it doesn't show him using it, so I don't know how you're supposed to use it, because it's like, it looks like something you would thread the blade through. Maybe? I don't. That's a weird effect. Like, hold on. Does it go this way? Yeah, it seems to make sense to go this way, almost. Yeah, this effect makes no sense. Like, you have to really, cram it on the blade for it to work. I don't think I like that. I don't think I like that at all. Although it does feel like that's exactly how it goes on. But that is tweaking a whole lot of translucent nonsense, and I'm not going to do it. So, of course, here he is with all the other Rangers, like I already said. And this set is good. I mean, like, I never got... They never made a Silver Ranger, as far as I know, in the Legacy collection. And there was a few customizers who were definitely making him out there. And I am correct in the shape of the helmet is different for everybody, or at least the shape of the side edge of the helmet is different for all of them. And I do have the Shadow Ranger. Is that no, not Shadow Ranger. That's the other guy. Phantom Ranger. Phantom Ranger I do have as well. So that's up there on the thing. So, you know, all the in-space guys are together for the most part. It's pretty cool. So, but that's going to be it for this review, guys. I hope you have enjoyed it. And give me a thumbs up. Check out the rest of the Power Rangers Lightning Collection playlist if you're down. And if you got this guy, how did you get it? Did you get it on the original pre-order? Did you just have to go through the ridiculous stuff with Walgreens? Or maybe if you somehow found it in real life, let me know down below. I'll catch you next time. Remember, as always, power protect you.